Hello everybody, I'm Technovoid, and with me I've got everyone's favorite Pokemon analyst, Hamster Wings, here to talk about a TDD Treble Double Drafts Season 3 Week 1. No, this is not Timer Ball, Quick Ball Division. We're in it, so for those of you who are new, this is not a bad place to start. This is an okay place to start. We run the Treble Double Drafts League, and we've got 2 divisions this season, and Quick Ball Division is the ones where the generally newer and less skilled players play, as the general rule. We will probably find out that to not be true in the coming weeks.
Yeah, we'll probably need to, oh no, these people are too good.
These people are too good. But for now, this is where it's at. Starting off with Week 1, very first match of the season is TDD. Actually, it's not going to be because I'm going to upload Timer Ball first. But regardless, UnibrowJesus, yeah, it's because it's on the left, so they're going to go up at the same time. Regardless, UnibrowJesus versus OJ, Joyoluron versus Sound Samurats. So starting off here with this week, I'm looking at these teams. I'm immediately looking at OJ's team, and I'm saying, why is Articuno here?
I'm looking at his team and I'm like, half of it's blue.
That is true. He's got a lot of blue, and then it's a good color theory because it starts with a blue and then it leads into a purple, which then leads into a red, which is the combination. So it goes from like blue to purple to red, and then it goes even lighter into a pink.
Yeah, OJ's definitely won the color battle.
The color battle here, but it would be better if he did them in that order. But regardless, looking at the actual battle though, I would say UnibrowJesus definitely has an advantage here.
So one of the biggest, tanky threats on OJ's team is definitely that Suicune.
That Suicune.
And clearly Jesus is like, I'm ready for this, because he's got Toxtricity, he's got Delmise, he's just ready to kill that Suicune.
He sure is,
because he knew it was coming. Mew, never know what that's going to do. Could do anything.
Yeah, but there is a Chandelure here, so, you know.
Yeah, Chandelure, which is Scarfed. It will just kill the Mew.
Yeah.
Maybe not in one hit, but it'll get it really, really low.
So
I think Orbeetle is a really, really solid pick.
I agree. Orbeetle just in general is solid. I think this week especially. I mean, Crobat.
I think Crocodile could have been good. It depends on what Jesus brings. He has a lot of physical threats. Crocodile could have been really good.
I am surprised to not see Superior here.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, not seeing Superior is kind of wild. I mean, granted, Primarina is
even though most of his team resist it, that Pokemon can still just pop off.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so I am surprised to see that. Crobat does have, what is it, Defog, I think it gets?
Crobat's his premier utility pick.
His premier utility pick. I see. Yeah. Jesus not bringing in his Mega, which I don't blame him for. Mega Blastoise isn't exactly something that you'd necessarily want to pick into.
Norris is S tier here, which is in contention for the best 3 Pokemon in the league.
Yeah, Giratina, for sure. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot here that doesn't really take a hit from that. I mean, I guess there's also Altaria here, but yeah, I mean, going into it, I definitely think Jesus has the stronger offensive presence.
Definitely, his entire team looks like hyper offense.
A hyper offense, yeah. OJ does have the Crocodile and potentially the Mew and the Mega Altaria, maybe, but definitely.
If there's an Orbeetle Aerodactyl lead from Jesus, that's he can set up Trick Room, he can set up Sticky Wedge plus Tailwind, he can do that. That's a very versatile.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. I think that is what he leads.
Yeah, it is exactly what he leads. Orbeetle Aerodactyl.
So you just said that knowing the facts.
Yeah.
I wasn't even.
But also, I think I told him to lead that.
Oh, well, there you go.
When he was prepping his team. So Mew goes for the fake out, stops Aerodactyl from doing anything, which is good because it was the fastest thing on the field. Sticky Webs goes up, and now Toxic on the Aerodactyl.
Toxic, that seems like a strange play.
I feel like he could have just Ice Beamed and killed it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it doesn't need to be stalled out because it's so frail.
Okay, so that is exactly what he wanted. He wanted the Sticky Web Tailwind. Aerodactyl, barely living that, gets its Figgy Berry, heals back up a little bit to keep it out of range of the poison, which is pretty good. Goes for Rock Slide. It's faster than Crobat because of the Tailwind.
And there goes Mew.
Pick off Mew. All because of that Tailwind, that Mew would have gotten off another hit if not for the Tailwind.
Yeah, but now the sticky webs is up, so now you're going to start being slower. Of course, Crobat does have the defog. We'll see if it uses it. Oh, it's Caroline.
Yep, out comes Suicune, the tanky monster.
Okay.
Neither of these are going to take any damage.
Yeah, no, it's definitely looking for a switch for wrecking, or just die, actually. That might be in Jesus' best.
Kind of surprised he went for the Aerodactyl there, considering both of those Pokemon resisted it. I would have personally knocked off the Orbeetle there.
Mm-hmm. Orbeetle going for the recover is big.
Not ticking off the Orbeetle allows it to heal up.
Boom!
The Tailwind allows Delmise to go first before the Suicune and just kill it with a Power Whip.
Just destroy
that was a roll. That was a roll.
Oh my god. That's hilarious, though. Delmise is too strong.
Defogs the sticky web away, but I feel like that was maybe a bit of a waste considering your only grounded Pokemon now is
Crocodile at this point. And yeah, Steel is super effective on Ice. I believe OJ forgot that at this point. But yeah, his only Pokemon that was left over that was grounded was 13%. So, although in fairness, it is one of his last offensive presences left, so he does need to protect it. We'll see what Altaria dies. Oh, bye. Good
I don't know.
lord.
I feel like Altaria, if it's the right set, could still just pop off and win the game here.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I mean, it definitely needs to go for the Delmise, though. Because the Delmise will straight up murder it.
He goes for the Earthquake, but he Mega Evolves, so it hurt himself.
And he goes for the...
Return, revealing he is physical.
Yeah, that was... yeah. I mean, I don't think OJ could have pulled it back at that point, but I do think going for the Orbeetle instead of the Delmise was not in his best interest. I don't know the calc, but I don't think Orbeetle could have killed Altaria there.
No. His Orbeetle it only had one attack, and it was resisted. It only had Bug Buzz.
Yeah. In fairness, had he gone for the Delmise on the next turn, he probably just would have brought out Scarfed Chandelure and killed it. So not much would have changed.
But he could have gotten another differential point
by going first and killing the Orbeetle on the following turn.
No, actually, because Chandelure was just faster.
Chandelure was fast, so Chandelure would have killed it. So in the end, it didn't really matter. That's not the play I would have personally made, but I mean, shit, man, Delmise, dude.
Yeah, Delmise kind of popped off that game.
C-tier hero, loving this boy.
Which, I mean, it does make sense. If you look at what he brought, Delmise beats all of them. Literally all of them, except Crobat. It's super effective on Mew and Ghost.
It beats Mew, it beats Altaria, it beats that one.
It beats Articuno,
how does
it beat Suicune,
how does it beat
Crocodile.
How does it beat Crocodile?
It's weak to grass.
Oh, Crocodile is weak to grass. It doesn't beat Crobat, but that's fine. Fuck, dude. That's wild.
Yeah, so Delmise, very strong pick, kind of carried the game.
I mean, I would not, I mean, the Aerodactyl setting up that Tailwind was valuable. As were the Sticky
early
Webs.
Tailwind was really big.
Yeah. Putting up Sticky Webs again later in the game was maybe not necessary, I think.
It wasn't, but at that point, Jesus had so much momentum.
Yeah, that it didn't really matter. Question for you. I didn't notice this. If he sets up the sticky webs, and then and then OJ sent out a Pokemon that was flying, like Altaria, and then he Mega Evolves and grounds it. When it then becomes grounded, does it get sticky webs or not?
No.
It doesn't. So it's just when it gets sent out.
It's an entry hazard only.
It's an entry hazard only. Okay, alright, cool. Well, good match from these two. Delmise definitely putting in work. Jesus really showing off how much he's improved as a player since last season. I mean, he
took over this whole game with his C tiers only.
He really did. I mean,
which
nothing else.
His C tiers had an amazing matchup.
Yeah. That is true. But yeah, he didn't even bring out anything above C. That's nuts.
Yeah, he didn't even boom burst.
No boom burst. All right. So next up, we've got Eggpling versus Cactophone, who I believe is Ko.
So if you've noticed, you probably already see the problem.
Yes. So well. Ko did indeed get disqualified for this match, so Eggpling wins 6-0 because Mega Metagross is pre-mega'd. Unfortunately,
it's week one. It's week one.
It happens. I talked to Ko about it. He gets it. He didn't realize the thing. It wasn't a matter of not reading the rules. It was a matter of just not really understanding how Showdown works. He's cool with the fact that the loss happened. We're chill on that. Not a big deal. in the future, folks, just make sure if you've got a question, please, we are always available. Well, I won't say we're always available, but we are always available in a timely manner to talk about your teams if you've got any questions. We hate having to DQ people. Looking at these two teams, I'm interested to see this because Eggpling, I know from personal experience, he's got no Pokemon experience whatsoever because I spent like hours on Tuesday night, like telling him what EVs were, what move types were, what stab was. He
drafted pretty good for not knowing what Pokemon is.
Yeah, he really went for his like thematic, and his thematic just happened to have really good Pokemon in it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but talking about good drafts, you gotta look at Ko. Ko's, from what I understand, his Pokemon experience is limited to. I wanna say he's played Gen 8. So he's not the one who played Let's Go.
No. I mean, he like first picked Grimmsnarl, so like, I feel like he had to play Gen 8.
He's played Gen 8, yes. So, yeah, definitely that. So, but both of these players are very new, haven't seen anything from either of them. So looking forward to this one. Eggpling does have the Regigigas, which, look, I get it. I love me some Regigigas, but it's, especially when you're a new player, it's just a handicap, objectively.
Yeah, he brought 5 Pokemon.
He really did. Like when you've played some Pokemon for a decent amount of time and you understand how mechanics work, Regigigas has a occasional potential to do something, but when you are asking me the night before your match what Trick Room does, then the Regigigas is maybe not the greatest pick. Other than that, Aegislash is a very strong pick here.
Keldeo, so good. Keldeo has Muddy Water now.
Yeah.
Makes it so much better because it's available in Gen 8.
Mm-hmm.
It has Air Slash, so it can actually hit Como super effectively.
Yes. Aegislash coming down from S and Keldeo, that's such a powerful combo of A tiers, and they're both hyper offense. And then having Cresselia as an S tier is you've just completed everything you need.
Yeah, Shaman's there with it has a limited move pool, but it's there with Tailwind support if he needs it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got,
I think this Shaman's full offense with Life Orb.
Yeah, I think so too. But it does have Tailwind support should he want it.
Mm-hmm. He's running a lot of fighting type stuff, which is not necessarily good against Ko. But like I'm seeing like Pangoro, Regigigas usually runs like Drain Punch of some sort, Keldeo.
Yeah, but he already won.
Well, yes, but okay, so anything from Ko's side. I mean, obviously there's a huge number of threats on the other side of the field. Clefairy's also here, and that's just a piece of shit.
Yeah, he did bring Clefairy to the very first match.
I'm surprised to see it.
I mean, it's a good Pokemon, dude.
I cannot, other than the fact that I see Mega Metagross, I cannot look at this team and tell you who has the advantage just in terms of offense here, because neither of these teams are really defensive, with the exception of like Clefairy and Cofagrigus.
I think Talonflame is really, really scary because look at like the middle of Egg's team, Sans, Regigigas, and Cresselia. Talonflame can just pick one of them and get a kill.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Gale Wings and just any flying type move will literally annihilate any of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Except maybe Aegislash can potentially bait it out with a King Shield.
Maybe, but even then.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Grimmsnarl, no idea what it's ever gonna do.
True that. What the fuck? Your team is scary. Coming from Ko, the man with the scariest team. Alrighty, so leading with the Clefairy, going for a helping hand, scary. The flamethrower lives.
Does not quite take out Excalibur. I wish you put an H in front of it. Then it has a really funny name.
Hexcalibur. Goes for the roar.
Okay, can you pause?
Yes,
for a second?
yeah, I know. Yeah.
This is the ballsiest call out I've ever seen on an ability.
It's not even a call out because Egg just didn't know what soundproof was.
Yeah, so Como has like a maybe 50% chance of running soundproof.
Yes.
Which means it would have been completely immune to that roar.
And Egg, if you're watching this, call out post on me. This is completely my fault. He ran on originally the team. He ran Roar on the team, and I said to him, "Hey, I don't think Roar is going to be particularly useful for you. The one thing I can think of is if Como Omni boosts, you can roar it out, which would be a play." Because I had forgotten it gets soundproof.
I assume he predicted it to go for the Omni boost, and then roared it out in case.
Yes, but I had also
soundproof.
Yeah, that would have been a wasted turn, but it wasn't, and it worked out. I guess it's got like bulletproof.
Yeah, it probably has bulletproof. Probably because Aegis/Shadow Ball.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, yeah. So that, yeah, I mean, fucking ballsy play on the roar, which is really funny.
Yeah.
So it goes for the King Shield, sticking back for a second. Meanwhile, the secret. Okay, so what was there before? Was it Clefairy? Was he expecting Clefairy to stick around?
I don't know. Don't Secret Sword Clefairy. But there's that Air Slash.
Yeah, and it's gone. And there goes the neighborhood at Coffergigas a one-shot.
Yeah, that's one of the scary things about Aegislash. You don't know whether it's going to be physical or special.
Yes, and that cough was pure special. And just as we expected, there goes Lancelot.
I do kind of wish that Talonflame was running Z-Fly there, so that it could keep its ability.
Keep its ability, yeah.
Because then it would have been another free kill on Shaman immediately.
Yeah. Although that for what it's worth, that really did do great. The substitute.
So Grimmsnarl seems to be a defensive screen setter.
Yeah, and now it's a dead screen setter.
But that substitute came in so clutch. Here comes the DQ man. Yeah. There he is.
No, I told Egg I don't think substitute will be great for Aegislash, but if you can make it work, good on you. He made it work. He really did. So.
Sub-toxic Aegislash is the best Aegislash in singles.
Alright. Isn't singles. Here comes the Arthur.
Singles. It's not the same.
Yeah, and...
So Talonflame just continuing to put in work.
Yeah, it's just murdering everything. Meanwhile...
Got the Brick Break on Metagross. I don't really think you should run that move, but that's okay.
So he's still got Reflect up for another turn, at least.
Eggpling could have run Brick Break if he wanted to call out the Grimmsnarl screens.
Yeah. And down goes Regigigas, and unfortunately Egg went for Entrainment this turn to give it the Iron Fist, so that's just a wasted turn on his part. Doesn't get anything from that, which is not great for him. That is definitely... I don't want to say lost him the game, but it did not help.
Yeah, I mean, having a wasted turn is pretty big.
Yeah.
Gets a Mago Berry, heals up a little bit.
So the Calm Mind...
Now Cress is boosting. I hate that. Metagross does not die because of that Protect. Because of that Reflect.
The Reflect, yeah. And now Egg's down to 1.
The Reflect plus Hyper plus Friend Guard was literally the perfect storm to keep this stupid thing alive.
It lived at 1. And now it's protecting, and now Clef is gonna be fucking heal doing. So Egg goes for Egg goes for the right play here.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty good.
Not going for the Metagross. I mean he sees what the healer is right now. He knows he just needs to take care of that Clefairy as soon as possible. Because he knows he's not gonna be able to, with his one stab move, kill the Metagross.
Right.
So it's a matter of, at this point, just stalling out this Clefairy, I think.
Yeah.
Because Talonflame is low. He can take care of Talonflame, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Cress's natural bulk can handle it. However, he's also playing a dangerous game with this Metagross being able to possibly Meteor Mash attack boost.
Yeah, for sure. But Clef would have died there, but didn't. Sends in Talonflame, and I think that's it for the Talonflame. I don't think it gets a chance to. Oh no, he goes for the Moonlight. Okay, well that's fair. That's a good play. He's barely gonna live this turn because of that Moonlight. You get an extra differential point, but at this point it's looking kind of not great for Egg. There's no way he's faster than this Metagross, right?
Yeah,
not a chance in hell, especially with that helping hand. I mean,
he could have missed the Meteor Mash. He could have missed.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really close match. I mean, the screens and the friend guard really made that Metagross just roll the Cresselia. Man, good match though.
Yeah, I agree. I wish it wasn't a DQ. I wish no matches were a DQ.
Well, sure. Yeah, it was unfortunate, but I mean, seeing Egg play for the first time, I was really impressed. Seeing both of these people play, I was actually very impressed. Akomo, I probably would have used a little differently myself, but like, I mean, he used Clefairy pretty well. I don't consider Life Dew to be a useful move, and he made it work.
Life Dew's a good move. It's underrated.
Okay, all right. No, great showing from both these players. It is unfortunate, but, you know, Ko is cool with the DQ, so it happens. And great on Egg. I mean, at least Ko has a little bit of experience.
This was, like, what, his first battle?
This is his first battle, ever.
No, that was incredibly solid.
Incredibly solid. I mean, great on Egg. We always find, like, the one person that's never played Pokemon who, like, has a ton of potential. And this season, it's Egg.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next battle, we got poststructure versus WOBBLE. Okay, so
first of all, I just want to say, move Weezing.
Yeah, no, I really hate that.
Weezing needs to go up.
Weezing really needs to move.
Go up and to the left.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't like that he's just on top of the other Pokemon. It bothers me so.
Like, I understand that is manually the center of his hitbox. Please change it.
Please move. Yeah. What are you thinking here?
I think this is interesting.
I mean,
look at these teams.
I mean, this is pretty much like what I would expect to just see going into OU or something.
Kinda. Not really. No, not at all.
I mean, at least on WOBBLE's side, I look at his team, I'm like, I could totally see myself going against that on ladder.
I couldn't.
Okay, alright, well, you play more ladder than me.
There's a Dawn fan. Also, why is this Mimikyu level 50?
Huh. That is strange. I don't know. There's a lot of strange things about that team.
He had to manually change that to level 50.
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on. I really haven't got much to say here. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Maybe it's a pain split set. I don't know.
You got any thoughts?
Let's see. I mean,
Post has a couple of rocky boys that can just do rock stuff, so he's got to watch out with Volcarona, obviously.
Yeah, Poststructure has a pretty, like, disruptive team.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that... he's got that Togekiss that can pretty much just do whatever it wants.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Stack Attacka, which is like, you know, it hits really hard and goes really slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Trick Room is most likely going to happen at some point this match.
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean, nothing on his team is particularly fast.
Yeah, I mean, especially
besides, like, Starmie.
Comparatively, like, he has the slower team over. Like, he benefits more, I think.
Yeah, especially if Volcarona starts setting up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the quiver dances for sure. Yeah. Electros.
He doesn't have a whole lot to kill Finny, actually. Like, yeah, he has Electros and he has Weezing, but also, like, Weezing's not an offensive presence, and Electros really isn't either.
Sure, yeah, for sure. I mean, Electros, I mean, we were talking about how we're expecting Electros to never come to a match. Here it is, week 1. My boy, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I think, who are the threats here? I mean, Volcarona is a pretty obvious threat.
I think Volcarona and Indeedee is a horrifying combo.
Yeah, I mean, Indeedee's wild. I'm not sure how much work Tapu Fini will be able to put in. I am worried about the Mandibuzz, though. Whenever I see Mandibuzz, I'm filled with dread and despair.
Yeah, he's got a team of, like, 4 walls, and then Volcarona, and then a level 50 Mimikyu.
Yeah, the level 50 Mimikyu is a bit odd. And then coming from Post, yeah, I mean, his team it's got a wide range of things it can do, but I don't know what any of them are. Yeah. Alright, let's get into it. So leading off with the Togekiss and the Starmie. No one gets the Starmie's name. I get the Starmie's name. It's very funny. It's
that's good.
It's far out. And yeah, Indeedee Volcarona, exactly what one would expect. Double follow me. Unfortunately, he goes go for the Quiver Dance, so not. It was worth it though. I mean, he wanted the Trick Room.
Starmie sets up the Trick Room despite being incredibly fast.
Yeah.
In comes Stack Attack right away to abuse it.
Yes. And
now we're switching the Surges. Up and right out to Electros. Sets up another Quiver Dance in the Trick Room. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, and he's
immediately switches out. Well, I guess good preservation, but I would have taken my damage and then left, personally. Thunderbolt does a lot to Finny. Like, Electros is not very strong.
No.
It does a lot of damage.
Yeah, especially since this Electros is both spec into special
like,
and physical.
To completely ruin the perspective. I hate it.
Quite. And so
I also don't really know why Weezing came in. It's other than to resist the Earthquake, but like offensively, it does nothing here.
That was very funny to me. That it just nothing got hit by Earthquake on that turn.
Yeah, it's the knockoff on the leftovers, of which there are too many.
Yeah, four leftovers.
Goes to the Sludge Bomb into the Finny, but it's Volcarona now.
It's Volcarona. I mean, getting any damage on Volcarona is good. If at this point he could get up some Stealth Rocks.
He swaps to Stacka in the face of a ground type, which, I mean, it was unlikely that he was going to go for a ground move. But if he did, that Stack Attack would have taken well over half.
The Stack Attack has Shuka Berry.
Even still.
Okay. I'm just saying it does. Like, he was specifically prepped for ground type moves. He still doesn't want to take them, but...
Fire Blast does a lot of damage. If that burned, that was pretty much the end of him.
It's the rock in the sky like a big piece of pie.
Donphan's running Earthquake, so he doesn't want to go for Earthquake because Volcarona's out.
Fair enough. And the
Trick Room comes back up.
Back up, thank God.
In comes the level 50 Mimikyu to Shadow Sneak. Probably would have killed if it was
Probably would have killed, yeah, but doesn't.
Breaks the disguise with Gyro Ball. Takes 12% because welcome to Gen 8. And he dies to Volt Switch. And when I was watching the replay the first time, I was like, why did that kill? Mimikyu has high special defense. It's level 50.
It's level 50. This is quite bad for Post right now. He's got two things out here that don't like Earthquake. And
if he had Earthquaked right there, I think everything would have died.
Yeah, most likely.
That Rock Slide does so little to even the Mandibuzz, and they're both gonna die. I don't think Shukaberry is gonna save you when you're at 2% health.
2% health? Nope, I don't think so either. He did get the flinch. Not that it mattered.
It didn't matter unless he was going for Tailwind, which please don't go for Tailwind under Trick Room.
God.
I mean, he could have roosted, I guess. But...
Finny's back for the Misty Terrain. And
that strange steam
fucking murders Mandibuzz. What?
This is an offensive Weezing, my guy.
It did so much damage. That was crazy. So he's still got a bit of Trick Room
Also, I see he's running Slow Starmie with Analytic.
Yes.
That's very good.
Yes, it's really funny. And Dark Pulse really not doing much to Indeedee.
Yep. That Helping Hand Moonblast still did not quite take out that Starmie. And the Starmie, thanks to the Psychic Terrain, is going to be able to easily take out that Finny.
Black Sludge. Oh, okay. The poison type has it. Okay, so it's 2 to 4. Excuse me. It's 1 to 4. But Life Orb does kill it. Almost kills the Weezing. Can definitely kill it on the following turn. I mean,
gonna go over that strange steam.
I mean, especially with the leftovers, which it shouldn't have. It can definitely survive another hit here from like Togekiss. Even if it followed me. But then he forfeits and leaves and never sends me his team. So on top of the fact that he was running 4 leftovers, that was a DQ, he also never sent me the team, and most people have realized this by now, but I just want to make it clear for anybody watching. Please read the rules. One of the rules is that within 1 hour of your match replay being posted on the TDD channel or sent to me, both teams, regardless of whether they win or lose, are required to send either me or Hamster Wings their Pokepace so we can check the team's validity. This is a new rule from last season. Last season we only had winners do it. This season everybody has to do it. So you have all the time in the world to send us your team before the match. And if you make changes, you can always keep sending Pokepace. I don't mind if you keep fucking bothering me with your Pokepace. I'm always happy to look at them.
If I open a Discord and it says plus 99 and they're all Pokepace, I don't really care.
I don't really care. I'm just going to click on the last one. If you send me 99 over the course of an hour and I log in, I will just click on the most recent one. It's not a big deal. Just make sure that by the time you've played your match, you have that pastes ready to go. Make it before you get into the match, and just send it to us when the match starts. There's no reason not to. Please do that in the future. I have yet to hear from Wobble 3 days later regarding anything regarding his...
It's been 3 days.
It has been since Thursday night.
Wow.
And it is Saturday.
It is Saturday.
Yeah, so I have not heard... I've messaged him on League, Discord, and DM'd him as well. I have not heard back regarding his team, regarding his DQ, regarding anything. I hope Wobble at some point decides to engage with anything. If not, we're probably going to see more DQs from him. Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
I'd rather not. So please, Wobble, if you're watching, please reach out to me so we can talk about how you can prevent yourself from getting DQ'd in the future. So that instead of losing 3-0, you lose... so instead of losing 6-0, you lose 3-0. Alright. It could have been 2-0 if he stuck out one more turn. Oh well. Moving on to the last match of the week. Feanor versus Lazadin. We got...
this was, I think, the first match that happened.
Yes, this was the first match that happened. And what a great...
immediately, in our wonderful style,
TDD
it has to
fashion.
be a weather war. It
It's
has to be a weather war.
Sand versus rain, baby. That's what we're here for.
Literally every time.
It's good.
2 at a time, every single time, only with the weather.
Yeah.
I love the weather.
Feanor's got...
I would love the weather, but I don't know what it's like because I can't go outside.
I can't go outside. Now, Feanor is definitely, just in terms of weather's got the upper advantage. I mean, rain naturally beats sand.
Take that off my comedy bucket list. Mention quarantine.
Comedy. So Feanor's got the natural advantage here. Rain does naturally beat it. However, Cradley out here.
Cradley is a wonderful pick into a rain team.
Yeah, as is Dracozolt.
Yeah.
Dracozolt's also great, especially because it can have the sand rush in TDD. That's very good, even when it doesn't have the sand up. Volbeak is still strong.
Any illegal abilities that are, like, any unreleased abilities are allowed. Like, even, like, Heatran, if you're running Heatran, it could have Flame Body, but Heatran, nobody drafted it. So.
Yeah, Heatran can't have Levitate, but Heatran can have Flame Body. Yeah, so, honestly, as far as it goes, Lazadin's...
Levitate's unreleased. It's never been...
It never been released. Fuck you.
Never will.
No, Lazadin, as far as it goes, he's...
You can run Levitate. I will ban you.
It's true. Well, I will ban him first. It'll be a race. It'll be a race to ban. He's got the right team to counter this. For only having...
That's a funny thing. Something that you said in the overview. Lazadin does have both his megas.
Yes.
Very cool.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? I said it.
Because you were like, one of your big things was like both of his megas can function without their Mega Stone, and well, now here they are, together.
Exactly. Yeah. So they're both holding their Mega Stone. Only one of them plans to Mega Evolve, and I think that's a really cool strategy because it.
And I think this match may perhaps show off why Mega Steelix jumped 2 tiers.
Yeah. No, it's great because like you obviously prior to a match happening, you are keeping your opponent guessing with your team. Lazadin can continue doing that in a match. Like past team preview, going into a match, he's got these 2 megas.
Oh my gosh, do I have to break Mega Steelix or do I have to prevent Mega Diancie from breaking me?
Yeah, exactly, right? Because they serve completely different functions. One's a magic bouncer that just fucking like boosts its defense, and the other one is Diancie.
Huh?
I don't know.
No, not quite.
And Bronzong's here too. Yeah,
Bronzong is very defensively good into his team. The only thing that's gonna hurt it is like Fusion Flare.
Yeah. Kyurem is a strange pick here. I get
Kyurem
it.
is a weird pick.
I totally
it doesn't
get
hit anything like super effectively because just looking at his team, he didn't have like a lot of pure ground types. It does kill Dracozolt.
Yes.
Unless Dracozolt's faster and kills it first.
Yes.
Which is likely if the rain is up, if the sand is up.
No, this match is also going to be a great showcase of the new speed rules of like things changing speed.
Yeah, dynamic speed changes.
Yeah, that's going to be very cool. Shall we get into it?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I think Credilli is still the power pick here.
Credilli is going to be so fucking good. So Lisa Duraludon and Kyurem doesn't want to lead with his weather. Meanwhile, Lazadin definitely does because he's getting that Sandstream, baby.
No punch.
No punch. And he goes for the protect. And Z moves the Kyurem. Bye-bye.
Yep, devastating Drake. Goodbye, Kyurem. Probably like a Z Outrage or something, or Z Dragon Claw. I don't know.
Something like that, yeah.
He goes for the body press immediately into Tyranitar. So good call on the protect. Going to take full advantage of his down and go into Politoed to set the rain. Take that speed boost away. But it doesn't really matter. He's still really fast.
Yeah. Would that have killed Politoed had he gone first?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does double damage.
It does double damage, yeah, for sure. But now with Swampert out here, Over-Engineer does have a little bit more to worry about. A ally switch coming in clutch. Not really.
It was actually pretty unlucky.
Yeah. No, but
he did get Dragon-tailed into T-Tar, which is ridiculously lucky.
Yeah, because now Swampert is no longer the swift swimming boy that he once was. And
Yeah,
Duraludon really loves those body presses.
However, he could switch in Politoed right here, get the immediate speed boost, and take out T-Tar.
Which he does.
So right here, speed swaps.
But the Cradling comes out!
Really good prediction.
That was
switches into Credilli.
And sets up the Trick Room.
Goes up just to counter the Swampert. This is a big brain match. Unfortunate Toxic Miss. That actually would have been pretty big on a tanky Pokemon like Credilli. Takes out Swampert in one hit because of that 4x weakness. He sets up the Sandstorm. Don't bring out Dracozolt. It's slow now. Sableye comes out. It's the fastest thing in the world.
Especially because Frankster
gets a fake out, but he switches into Steelix. Misses another Toxic! What the heck? Come on. Credilli picks up another body count. It's got that +1 attack.
And this is about the worst thing that's ever happened. The most despair-inducing event is about to happen, and that is Danger Noodle Mega Evolving. This thing, look. Do you see what's happening there?
Yeah, I hate it.
It's really
I hate it a lot. Okay, goes for the Breaking Swipe. Nothing's gonna do damage anymore, but Duraludon's mostly a special attacker and body presser.
So it doesn't matter.
Yep, goes for the body press on Credilli. Pokemon's tanky. Sableye doing what it does, getting some burns. Steelix goes for the Iron Defense to mitigate that burn. Now its body presses back to neutral damage.
Yeah, because burn affects body press damage, even though it shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird how that works, but just keep that in mind, folks. So Danger Noodle's body press damage is back up to neutral now, and we still got one more turn of Sandstorm, but everyone is back to normal speed.
Steelix. Unfortunately, Steelix does
not
have an item.
Has a Mega
Stone.
And Duraludon is dead because Sand Force will do that.
Sand Force did not affect that. It only affects ground, rock, and steel moves.
I'm dumb. Never mind. I keep saying wrong things.
Out comes Kingdra, but unfortunately Politoed is long gone.
Yeah, no more Swift Swim for you.
The Ice Beam on Credilli did not assess the threat, in my opinion. I personally would have water moved that monster, that repeating GIF monster.
Yeah. Seriously.
Breaking Swipe takes out Sableye, drops Kingdra's attack.
Yeah.
Not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I want to pause here because you're right about not assessing the threat. Because if Cradilli dies here, Lazadin still got 5 other Pokemon.
Yeah.
Cradilli is like the punching bag right now.
If Cradilli dies, Tyranitar comes out and Kingdra's on the timer.
Yeah, exactly. And that is the game. That was a fucking amazing match. I mean,
yeah, that was a really fun match.
I really enjoyed that. Oh, the dynamic speed changes, the Storm Drain, it was great. Feanor, for what it's worth, did not know what a Z move was. In his defense, that's too bad. In Lazadin's defense, it was totally on Feanor to do his research on what mechanics were in the game. So that's on him for not knowing what a Z move was. Regardless, that took out the Kyurem immediately, which was kind of huge.
Yeah, it was. But honestly, the plays in this match were incredible.
Great. MVP Lazadin, right?
Yeah, I agree.
MVP Lazadin. I mean,
okay, it's actually like it's not that clear cut because I think Lazadin, Feanor, and Egg all played super, super good, and Jesus.
Jesus also played well, yeah. They all played to their strengths.
They all played like way higher than I would have expected.
Yeah, I think specifically Lazadin over Egg, Feanor, or the other one because I think he made the most dangerous predicts that paid off. I think.
I don't think switching in Credilli was dangerous.
Well, okay, no, I wouldn't call it dangerous, but like roaring a Komao was a predict, but it was not necessarily a smart one. Jesus didn't.
It was if you were lacking the information.
Yes, yeah. Jesus made basically he didn't take any risks, really. I don't think Jesus took any risks. He just kind of played exactly to his win con. I don't know. I mean, both Feanor and Lazadin, this was a fucking hilarious match. I mean, watching the weathers change and things switch speed immediately. I do think that Cradley switching is what won Lazadin the game.
Yeah, no, Cradley getting the boost, killing the Swampert, it was huge.
Because that Swampert living and hitting that Danger Noodle, I don't know if that thing would have lived. Probably.
No, it wouldn't have. It was in the rain.
It was in the rain, so, I mean, that would have... He could have rolled the rest of his team, because Diancie's weak to it, Tyranitar's weak to it. You know, Bronzong Bronzong doesn't resist it.
Bronzong doesn't resist it, it would have died in the rain.
It would have died in the rain. The only one that resisted is Dracozolt, and Dracozolt's not that tanky. So, I mean, had that Swampert gotten off that what was it, Aqua Jet?
No, it was a Waterfall.
It was Waterfall? I mean, yeah, it doesn't need Aqua Jet, it's in the rain. Yeah, so Lazadin pulled that out great. So I give it to Lazadin.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, cool. Well, that is week 1 of Quick Ball Division, folks. Thanks for joining. Looking forward to seeing you week 2. If you want to see the timer ball, because you're in that division and you just decide to watch this video, or you're not and you just want to watch it, you can click over here on the left to see it, and over on the right for week 2 of Quick Ball. And
once it's out.
In a week. Roughly. Other than that, a great first week from a solid half of the Quick Ball Division players, and the other half, hopefully, will learn the rules slightly better for next time. So we have 0 DQs instead of 2 DQs.
That would be good.
That would be nice. So we'll see you all then. I've been Techno Void. That's been Hamster Wings.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.